Well, welcome to the news at 10 on NEWS24. We are live in Abuja. Thanks for joining us. I am Mina Daniels. The headlines.
Maternal mortality rate has reduced.
President Tinubu hands over multi-purpose hospital to Abia State government. Vice President Kashim Shettima flags off resettlement scheme for victims of conflict in Tudunbiri, Kaduna State.
Has been an inspiration for unity in this beautiful state.
Benue State government to set up commission to investigate Ukum attacks.
More actions will be taken to demonstrate our unwavering commitment to bringing these retrogressive activities to a total end.
Vice President Kashim Shettima says Nigeria's business environment has what it takes for return on investment and calls for existing investors to upskill while prospecting for new investments. This was at the inaugural meeting of existing foreign direct investors roundtable in Abuja. Benny Adams was there.
For every partnership, there are always issues that need resolving. And for the Vice President, once there is a will, there is a way.
In the event you are unable to get a pathway, you can approach me directly. I am here for you. And with no strings attached to, because the interest of the nation supersedes whatever individual interest we might have.
This close access also means that there is room for dissolution of all bottlenecks hindering the growth of businesses in the country, as the Vice President and his team commit to ensuring that issues impacting foreign direct investments are resolved for a collective economic growth.
We understand that investment is not merely about financial returns, but about building lasting legacies and making enduring contributions to society. Your investments have the power to uplift communities, create sustainable livelihoods, and drive inclusive growth.
Executives of the Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission, the Central Bank of Nigeria, and other regulators also commit to improving the ease of doing business environment.
The oil sector, the oil and gas sector has become more competitive, and as a result, the likes of Total Energies have come in. As well as other international firms have come in for investment.
And to also encourage you to scale up all the investments in Nigeria.
The Naira exchange rate has shown some recent improvement. While there has been a period of heightened volatility around the end of May, the volatility has reduced, reflecting relative stability, signifying a convergence of the rates.
Figures from the National Bureau of Statistics show that in the first quarter of 2024, foreign direct investments recorded $119.18 million, which is 3.53% of total capital importation in the period under review, which was $3.3 million. In Abuja, Benny Adams, NTA News.
A healing a nation through resilience is a fulfillment of a solemn promise, and the federal government is on course. Vice President Kashim Shettima stated this during the groundbreaking ceremony of a resettlement scheme for persons impacted by conflicts in Tudunbiri village, Igabi local government area of Kaduna State. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jabrila reports.
This is Tudunbiri, a community targeted by an unfortunate tragedy of the misfire on the 3rd of December 2023. Well done. an accident transforming into a blessing, with government and private individuals coming to their aid by providing basic amenities lacking before the incident.
This is a commitment on the part of the government which we are very proud of.
Knowing that our efforts here will pave the way for similar initiatives in the 6 states that will follow. Let us remember that every brick laid, every path paved is a symbol of our shared commitment to a future where peace, prosperity, and unity reign supreme.
Since after the incident, the state government has disbursed 270 million naira to the community, receiving public and private organizations' contributions, and the federal government is making a robust plan on the resettlement projects.
We are constructing a 6-kilometer asphaltic road to Tudimbiri village. This road, when completed, will open Tudimbiri village, link it to other communities, boost agriculture in the area, and ease movement of persons and goods. Similarly, a skill acquisition center is under construction, and we are building a clinic to cater for medical needs of the people.
To those who have been displaced by conflict, I say this: we see you, we hear you, and we stand with you. In just about a year in office, His Excellency Governor Ubasani has been an inspiration for unity in this beautiful state. His inclusive approach is worthy of commendation and emulation by other states and communities.
The resettlement scheme for persons impacted by conflict is a timely intervention, not only to construct homes, roads, schools, and essential facilities for victims of conflict, but also to offer them a dignified environment for livelihoods. From Tudumbiri in Kaduna, Abrahaman Jibrila, NTA News.
The Benue State government is to set up a commission of inquiry to investigate the remote and immediate causes that led to the wanton killings and destruction of property in Ukum local government area. Governor Hyacinth Sanlia disclosed this at a press briefing on efforts of the state to quell the crisis.
In response to the recent events that led to the wanton destruction of government and private property in the Ukum local government area, the Benue State government had declared a curfew in the area to checkmate further security breaches. Property destroyed during the ugly incident include INEC local government office, Ukum local government secretariat complex, local government chairman's official residence, divisional agricultural office in the local government, among others. Governor Hyacinth earlier in a press briefing after an on-the-spot assessment of the situation by the Deputy Governor Sam Ode conveyed his heartfelt condolences to the families of victims of the attack, noting that the state government will not spare any efforts in arresting the situation and bringing perpetrators of the act to book. The governor, while commending the efforts of security agencies in addressing the banditry violence, said full military operations have been deployed to the area, reiterating the state government's commitment to the safety and security of all residents of the state.
Our government will, in the next few days, set up a commission of inquiry to investigate the remote and immediate causes of this mayhem. Additionally, more actions will be taken to demonstrate our unwavering commitment to bringing these retrogressive activities to a total end.
He appealed to the people of Sankara Axis to remain calm and exercise restraint, adding that the state government is for the last time extending its hand of fellowship for the bandits to turn a new leaf.
Let me, for the last time, extend the hands of fellowship to all our youth who have chosen to reside in the forests and continually launch attacks on innocent citizens, that our administration may no longer guarantee the olive branch extended to them.
The governor warned that the state government will not sit back and watch few elements truncate efforts of the government in bringing about the much needed development in the state. in Makudi. Elias, HF, NTA News.
And in Kogi State, new sets of security equipment have been presented to the Kogi State vigilante groups in Lokoja, prompting Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo to reassure citizens of improved security of lives and property. Ajibola Christopher's report is here presented.
The state government employs hunters as part of its security operatives, working in collaboration with other security agencies to protect residents across the various local government areas. The dedication to safeguarding the lives and property of the citizens is a proactive measure taken by the vigilantes, particularly in rescue operations during kidnap cases. This prompted the state government's commitment to enhance security operations through the provision of new security gadgets.
Criminals must be wiped out of our land. We are good people. God knows why He created Kogi State, and we are part of the community. When you see criminals, deal with them decisively.
Special advisor to the governor on security matters, Jerry Omodara, noted the governor's relentless efforts in combating insecurity within the state. He highlighted the prioritization of the welfare of the vigilante members, ensuring they are well equipped and protected as they carry out their duties.
What we are giving to them is 4-level ballistics, which can protect their vital area. We are also giving them 4-level helmet. We are giving them torchlight that will help them at night during operation. We are equally going to provide even raincoat. We'll continue to develop and make them very safe, and that will give them confidence.
We use this medium to thank and appreciate His Excellency for his foresight and vision when it comes to issues of security in the state.
The latest move by Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo represents an important boost to the state security framework intended to prevent future attacks and create a safer environment for residents.
Still in Kogi State, the Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has pledged to provide enhanced security at the state's universities. The governor made a commitment while meeting with 29 rescue students from the Confluence University of Science and Technology, COSTECH, Asara, following their abduction. Here is Jibola Christopher's report.
The governor observed a minute of silence for the 2 students who lost their lives, James Anajoe and Caleb Musa.
They are so possible to rest in peace and peace.
Acknowledging the efforts of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Abdurrahman Salau, the governor promised to implement improved security measures at the university to prevent future attacks. He assured the families of the deceased students that the government will support them.
Of our students, that they should rest assured, something will never happen to any of our institutions. We are committed to continue to provide safe learning environment for our students. We are all once a student, and nobody, I say nobody, is discouraging us from enrolling our students into Western education. And we appreciate the entire community of this institution, and of course, we are here to provide that service.
The Vice Chancellor, Professor Abdurrahman Salau, thanked the governor for his swift intervention, stating that his actions have greatly contributed to the university's safety and development.
Yes, sir. You rescued our students. Our students are so happy with you. That you have done what millions are not doing. You are proving your capacity. If we call you capacity governor, accept it. Because you already demonstrated.
To further demonstrate his commitment, Governor Ododo promised to complete the institution's perimeter fencing within 16 weeks. He also inspected ongoing construction projects, including male and female hostels and the Senate building, commending the contractors for quality work.
This is the news at 10 on NEWS24. We have more reports after the break.
From the creeks of the Niger Delta to the breathtaking scenery of the plateau, in noonday and nighttime, we set out to bring to you captivating stories that evoke your emotions. For fascinating documentaries and reports on day-to-day issues with expert analysis, tune in to NTA News 24, DSTV Channel 419, GoTV Channel 26, StarTimes Channel 101 and 433, and Free TV Channel 703.
Glad to have you back. A civil society group under the aegis of the Forum for African Women Educationists and other stakeholders in the education sector are calling for the full implementation of the Safe Schools Declaration (SSD), which is aimed at protecting students from indiscriminate attacks by the insurgents. The national chairperson of the forum, Jidere Musa Kaibo, canvassed for synergy between government, CSOs and other relevant organizations as a sure way to promoting a conducive and secured learning environment in Nigeria.
For schools that do not have existing early warning systems in place, they should start thinking around that, and we should start trying to sensitize schools, because disaster risk reduction is more cheaper than having to respond, when the incident has already taken place. And then we mark out safe places and safe codes. I know about safe places, but safe codes, not that it's relatively new.
Signal commitment to uphold SSD principles. Now there are so many ratifications, there are so many documents that were signed by General Buhari when he was our Nigerian president, and there are also recommendations, to prevent attack and prevent military use of and response to and mitigate the impact.
The federal government adopted the Safe School Declaration in 2018 to combat the problem of lack of safety and security in schools and to mainstream the program into national and local policies. And the College of Fellows has elected Professor Hakeem Ibekunle Tijani, founding executive director, Office of the Global Partnerships Africa, Morgan State University, Baltimore, USA, and 12 others as Fellows of Nigerian Academy of Letters. In a statement signed by the Secretary of the Nigerian Academy of Letters, Professor Olakunbi Olasope, says the election followed the approval of recommendations of the screening committee. The investiture will take place on August 8, 2024. And President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has handed over a brand new state-of-the-art health facility to the Abia State government as part of his commitment towards improving the healthcare system in Nigeria. The multi-purpose hospital, which was situated at the Ugunagbo local government area of the state, was designed to address the healthcare challenges confronting the people. Ifoma Ndokole reports.
The hospital was built in line with the Sustainable Development Goals, SDG 3, and with the state-of-the-art equipment. Represented by his senior special assistant on Sustainable Development Goals, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu pointed out that the health facility was initially designed as mother and child hospital, but was later upgraded to multi-purpose hospital to accommodate all who are in need of quality and affordable health care.
If it is limited to mother and child, mothers and their children, then it means that our fathers, our men will not have business coming to this hospital. The sustainable development goals that Nigeria government committed to is for all of us, is for our good.
Abia State Governor Alex Oti, while inaugurating the healthcare facility, pointed out that it synchronizes with the cardinal objectives of his government to guarantee access to quality health care. He has told the numerous initiatives of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, which he noted are targeted at reviving every sector of the economy, and assured that the state government will provide other things needed for the smooth running of the health facility.
It is interesting to hear from Her Excellency that our maternal mortality rate has reduced from a 1,047 that it used to be in 2020. That means we are doing well.
The Sustainable Development Goal, SDG 3, is targeted at reducing maternal and infant mortality rate to 70 per 100,000 by the year 2030. In Umuahia, Ifeoma Ndu-Okolie, NTA News.
Sustaining the fight against HIV in Nigeria for the country to meet up with the universal target of ending the disease by 2030 requires both political and financial courage. This is the position of the Director General of the National Agency for the Control of AIDS, NACA, Dr. Temitope Ilori, as the agency organized a retreat for members of the House Committee on AIDS, Tuberculosis and Malaria. Hengino John Adams reports that the theme of the workshop is Leadership for the Sustainability of HIV Response, the Role of the Legislator.
They come from various organizations and destinations with a common goal, which is ending HIV/AIDS in Nigeria by 2030. With the nation's HIV response in the last 20 years, ensuring that about 1.7 million people are on treatment and about 98% remain HIV negative, Director General of the National Agency for the Control of AIDS, NACA, believes this interface with lawmakers will make more impact in the fight against HIV/AIDS in the country.
We believe the legislators are major stakeholders in this national response. This retreat is to sensitize them and to also have their buy-in in terms of resource mobilization, in terms of oversight functions, in terms of accountability, and also for them to assist us in also getting the message to the grassroots in their various constituencies.
The lawmakers and other key players are concerned about funding, which they say majorly come from donors. Looking inward for funds is what they suggested.
The legislature, as a representatives of our communities, will continue to provide a strong leadership that will engender robust and sustained HIV response in Nigeria through collaboration and partnership.
Currently, with our partner, we're also rolling out what we call Element 2.0, which shows how states should be supported by different donors, with government as the oversight and leadership role.
Participants here believe the retreat will present new frontiers and robust ideas that will make Nigeria stand out in achieving a nation free from HIV. In Lagos, Hengino John Adams, NTA News.
The National Environmental Standards and Regulations Enforcement Agency, NESRA, has sealed 46 facilities in 10 states of the Federation for various forms of environmental violations. The enforcement exercise was carried out in Borno, Gombe, Ogun, Enugu, Edo, Osun, Oyo, Plateau, Nasarawa, and Taraba states for refusing to comply with the provisions of the National Environmental Regulations. Their offences include violation of the Environmental Impact Assessment Act, lack of environmental audit report, and failure to develop and implement an environmental management plan, amongst others. According to the Assistant Director Press, Amaka Ejiofor, the Director General of NESRA, Dr. Innocent Bariko, expressed his pleasure over the non-compliant status of many facilities, warning that the trend was unhealthy for the health of the citizens and the environment. The release says the agency will continue to enforce the provisions of the National Environmental Regulations and will not fail at any time to impose appropriate penalties on violators. The path to a better and restored Nigeria requires a significant sacrifice of all by coming to terms with present environmental and social limits, as well as having a renewed hope that the country will be out of the present challenges. These were submissions at the Nigerian Institute of Management Chartered 2024 North Central Zonal Summit in Abuja. Oluseyi Adeagbo has details.
There are some global uncertainties ranging from geopolitical conflicts to climate change, with Nigeria grappling with some. Using human capital to address these challenges, especially in Nigeria, battered this summit as the North Central Zone of the Nigerian Institute of Management intends to offer a bailout through its theme, building resilience and adaptability in the poly-crisis environments, the roles of professional managers.
To members is that they have to be resilient, they have to be committed to the cause of this nation, they have to believe that there's always a way out of every situation.
To bring to our knowledge as professional managers, the role is expected of a professional manager. When there are crises, how do we manage them? What are the process and procedures that we need to also gather in ensuring that we go out of this poly-crisis environment without much stress?
One of the lead presenters is unambiguous in calling for financial discipline among the young population.
Let us collectively commit to building a future where every young consumer is empowered, informed, and protected.
Especially management ethics, because the bane of Nigeria is management. We need to get off poor management of our systems.
With the level of commitment of members, one of the resolutions is prompt and periodic meeting. Subsequently, in Abuja, Oluseyi Adeagbo, NEWS.
The Sultan of Sokoto and President General, Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Mohammed Saad Abubakar, has declared Sunday, 7th July, as the first day of Muharram, the first month in the new Islamic year, 1446 AH. A statement signed by the Chairman Advisory Committee on Religious Affairs, Sultanate Council, Sokoto Professor Sambo Wale Junaidu, says the national and the various moon sighting committees across the country did not receive any report on the sighting of the new moon of Muharram on Friday, 5th July 2024, which is the 29th of Dhul Hijjah, 1445 AH. Saturday, 6th of July, is the 30th of Dhul Hijjah. Sultan Mohammed Saad Abubakar therefore felicitates with Nigerian Muslims on the new year and urged them to continue to pray for peace, progress, and development of the country. And that concludes the news at 10 on NEWS24. We thank you for watching. I am Mina Daniels.